Traders, we're going to take a detailed look at the commodities market. So if you want to know what to do with oil or which direction to trade precious metals, then stay tuned. Welcome to Simply Forex. Each month, I'm going to give you a detailed overlook of the commodities markets and provide you with trade ideas, tips, and advice so you too can succeed at trading. And if you stay till the end of the vid, I'm going to give you all of my swing trades for this month. So stay tuned for that. If that sounds like a good idea, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. So let's just get stuck in, guys. Let's start with gold. And we do this vid at the start of each month, guys. So we have the luxury of having a monthly candle just formed. And that monthly candle gives us more information for us to make decisions, guys, right? And if we start with gold, we're going to look at gold, silver, and copper, plus other commodities. But if we start with gold, then the monthly chart, right, we know everyone can see this. Gold is in an uptrend, right? And it has been for some time. Now, the problem with gold is that on this monthly chart, up here, it was just super overextended, right? Even if you want to keep buying gold, there's no value up here, right? At the very least, you would need a retrace before we start buying to get some value in gold. So a lot of buyers have seen that, guys, right? And you can see we've had this monthly candle form now and a reasonably bearish wick. All right. So is it time for a bit of a sell-off on gold, right? Well, let's take a look at another time frame and get more information. So if we look at the weekly chart now, just looking at this very bearish weekly candle, the answer is yes. Sellers have taken control of this market. Now, it's worth, pointing out that we are still in this uptrend, right? There's no two ways about it. Gold is in an uptrend, and ultimately we want to buy gold, but we want to buy it from an area of value. And this big bearish candle at these highs, in the words of Gandalf, were just, you shall not pass. That level held. And you can really see that on the day chart. But we're just going to focus on monthly and weekly charts, guys, because these are swing trades. Now, for a swing trade with this big bearish candle, I would say we could sell gold down to this last level here. So this is the next piece of what was once resistance is now support. All right. And this 2,800 level is an interesting level to aim for. So I would sell gold into there. And then at that point, you can see the moving average 20 coming up as well. This area in here would be a very good area to potentially start buying gold again. All right. But I think it sells until we reach this level, guys. All right. Just the facts of the chart are telling us that. Monthly's very overbought with a bearish candle. We have a strong bearish weekly candle. And we have room to move into back down to the next piece of support. All right. So lots of things pointing to a gold, further retrace on gold. Now let's take a look at silver as well. Because what's interesting, guys, when people automatically think if gold is in an uptrend, then silver is in an uptrend, right, on the weekly or whatever it might be. And it's not the case, right? Now, if we looked at the weekly chart, right, let's start here. We are in a weekly downtrend, right? We're getting lower highs, lower lows. We're in a downtrend. And these highs have held. Look at these wicks here. They have closed back into that level, okay? So silver is actually in a weekly downtrend. Plus we have that big bearish candle as well, okay? So this, again, is a really good selling opportunity to potentially all the way back down to these lows, if not a bit further, okay? So the weekly's telling us we can sell silver, right? It's got lots of room to move into back down to these lows, if not further. And we prefer this to gold because gold's weekly chart was in an uptrend. This is in a downtrend, okay? Now let's take a look at the monthly chart. And again, right, we've had a big bearish monthly candle, right? So again, sellers have taken control of this market, and this blue line is my target. And also, guys, you can see potentially a bit of a head and shoulders pattern forming here, right? You've got the shoulder, and the head. So we've got particularly possibly a head and shoulders pattern forming here as well. But, you know, that would take some time to follow through, right? But regardless of that, we are definitely seeing sellers in control at a resistance level, and on the weekly, we are in a downtrend. So weekly and monthly combined, as with gold, silver is looking like a good sell trade back down to these lows here. Okay. So gold and silver, if we're looking for a swing trade, we'll be looking to sell them. And now, guys, we're going to take a look at copper. But stay tuned. We're also going to take a look at oil and gas. And we're going to take a brief look at Bitcoin as well. All right, but let's take a look at Bitcoin now. Let's take a look at copper now, not Bitcoin. Get it right, Tom. And I've left this blank on purpose, guys, right? So we're going to start putting some levels in on copper, right? So if we just draw this level across, you can see we are at a very good resistance level with copper, right? And also you could bring this down a little bit, okay, just to take into account these highs as well, okay, just to take into account these highs as well, right? So we are at a resistance level. And also, again, guys, this is the monthly chart. This is a swing trade that we're looking at. And on the monthly, right, there's a really good area of support here. So copper is in this range. Okay, so unlike the other two that were trending, this is in a ranging market on the monthly chart. So it makes sense, again, if we are at a nice resistance level, which you just highlighted, if we get a nice bearish reaction at the top of this range, potentially a nice trade back down to the bottom of the range. Okay, but again, let's take a look at the weekly as well, just to get as much information as we can, right? But, you know, that is quite a bearish wick rejection. But let's take a look at the weekly chart now. Okay, and again, let's just understand the facts of the chart. Now, sellers have clearly come into this market at a key resistance level, right? And in actual fact, you could tighten up this resistance level, right? Because this is what we're seeing on the weekly chart, right? It's these highs here, okay? This level up here is more of a monthly area, but this weekly level of here of resistance is also holding. And like I say, we're getting bearish candles come into the market and we're seeing sellers. But also fact is that we are in an uptrend. Okay, so currently we're in a weekly uptrend, right? We're getting higher lows, higher highs, right? We're in an uptrend. So copper is, you know, not as clear, right? Because if we look at this level here, the last high, right, that's potentially a good buying level for copper. So copper doesn't have a lot of room to move into, right? But if we started seeing this kind of action and then we got a break of structure up here, maybe a break of this low, then this very much is a good sell trade back down to these lows. But as it stands now, it's less clear than gold and silver, because we're in this uptrend, and this level here is such a nice buying level for copper. All right, so yeah, copper not as clear, but if you want to think of it in terms of a range, we're at the top of the range, here's the bottom, and we sell from the top back to the bottom. So pretty much, guys, all precious metals are looking like selling opportunities. They have potential further room to move into with precious metals. And guys, if you're enjoying my analysis, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. Also, guys, please don't forget to come join our trading community, right? We've got the free Discord channel. You can talk to like-minded traders, share knowledge, ideas, have a wonderful time on there. Also, guys, if you are interested in any of our premium trading education, then please check out our website, www.simply-forex.com. All the information is below the vid. Also, guys, if you've got any trading questions that you'd like help with, or you want us to look at a currency pair, or let me know what you think of my trades, please leave a comment down below. Right, that is precious metals. Let's now have a look at oil and gas, but let's start with oil. And if we just start with the weekly chart, right, there's not much difference in WTI or Brent. So this is the WTI chart. If we go to Brent, pretty much identical, right? So we're just going to focus on WTI, right? And this will cover WTI and Brent. Okay, the only thing is the difference in prices along the right-hand side, obviously. But let's take a look at WTI. Okay, and let's start with the monthly chart, because as I said, these are swing trades, and we have just finished the monthly candle. Now, from a monthly point of view, oil is clearly a sell trade, right? If we just look at oil and follow structure, right? We was in this downtrend. And now we're in this downtrend stroke range, right? We're getting lower highs, right? These highs have held, and we're getting lower lows. But basically, guys, we're in a range between here, excuse my lines, I've been drinking, but we're in a range between here and here. And again, it makes sense to come from the top of the range back down to the bottom of the range. And this 68 level is a level I've had earmarked for a while now, okay? And just from just to understand this level is a very important level for oil, right? That hasn't broke since, where are we here? Since July 21, that level was held, right? If we start breaking that level, oil could be in real trouble, but it's not, right? It is holding. But I think we have room back down to these lows. Not much, but enough room. Okay, so monthly's telling us to sell it, and just look at this large monthly bearish candle followed by this big wick. And obviously there's a lot of this, this is technical trading, guys, but obviously there's a lot of fundamental stuff going into oil at the moment. What with Trump coming into power, he's, said we're going to start drilling for oil. It's brought oil prices down. Okay, he's even, saying to Saudi that oil is overpriced, right? We need to bring it down. And so far, he has, right? So monthly is a sell, okay? And then if we look at the weekly chart, it is a sell. We still have a little bit more room to come into, okay? Now, this was a real important level on the weekly chart, right? But it broke that level, okay? Because at that point, right, oil was in an uptrend. Okay, and we could have potentially looked for buys back up to here, right? But when this level broke, as you can see with this candle here, when it retested, it became a very good level for selling, right? Back down to these lows. And like I say, I still think we have a little bit more room to move into. And all the candles are pretty bearish. I know this is a bit of an indecision candle, I would say, but still room to move into. I mean, you could potentially take oil down to 67, right? There's still a bit of room there too. All right, so oil sells, both Brent and WTI are looking at sell trades. And let's also take a look at gas now. Natural gas. I have a lot of that. No, I'm joking. Don't go down that road, Tom. It's not funny. Again, I've got nothing mapped out on this chart apart from a couple of old levels here. So let's really map this chart out. Okay. Now, this was a level through here. Okay. You can see price reacted at that level. Okay. It's reacted previously and it's reacted again at that level. Okay. But it has broken that level. All right. And then we've also got this level through here as well, guys. Right. We've got this level. It's a really nice level on natural gas as well. So on the weekly chart, right, again, let's just look at the facts, guys, right? We're in this uptrend, right, clearly, And we've got, super bullish candles, bullish, and we've even broken all of these highs in here, right? So everything's pointing to buying natural gas on the weekly chart, right? If we zoom out a little bit, the next area of serious resistance is here, right? Okay, so that would be a very long time, higher time frame target to aim for. But like anything, guys, I'm always aiming for big psychological levels. So if we were to buy natural gas, this 500 would be a good level, then the 5,000 level, etc. Right? But this is a good buy trade. It's looking like so far, right? Now, we do have a bearish candle. Okay, now this is an inside candle. So this is inside this candle. And what usually happens with an inside candle is, we get a bit of a wick down, right? And then it closes back into this candle, right? And then we normally continue with the direction of the larger candle that makes up the inside candle. Okay, so that is also telling us to buy. Also, guys, I like to be above the moving average 20, and we're not a million miles away from that. So there's some value in here in buying natural gas. All right, so we think this is a good buy trade. I think potentially because of this bearish candle, we could take price back down to this support level that we just highlighted. Moving average 20 catches up. And like I say, this area here could be a really nice buying opportunity, right, for natural gas. So there's the weekly, but let's look at the monthly to back up our idea. And the monthly, interestingly, right, this level hasn't broken, right? I know you're probably thinking, Tom, what the hell are you talking about? But it hasn't, because all of these wicks are closing back in on this level, right? And then we also have this wick that closes back on these wicks. Right? So there's no clean break here on the monthly chart. All these wicks are closing back below one another. But on the weekly chart, as you saw, it was a clean break. The weekly had broken these highs in here. So the monthly chart does put this in a little bit of doubt, a buy trade. But again, let's take a look at the facts. And the facts of it is that we are in an uptrend, right? And we want to look for buy trades. And again, we have all of this room to move into, right? We've got all of this free air to move into, potentially back up to this level. But like I say, guys, I will be hitting these psychological levels as we go up. So natural gas for me is also a buy trade, although I don't like these monthly candles closing back in one another. All right, so there's precious metal, guys. We've also done oil and gas. Now, finally, let's take a look at Bitcoin for all you crypto enthusiasts out there. And this had a massive jump up this morning on the back of a Trump announcement, right? Now, again, if we start with the weekly chart, actually, we're going to start with the day chart so you can see this jump up here, right? The day chart and the weekly chart have broken this key support level, right? It's a key level, and price was just, around this level, and then it broke, right? And basically, we've had a sell-off at the 100,000 level, right? This proves to be a very good psychological level, right? And we was thinking buyers have lost their nerve a little bit, right? A lot of buyers are seeing this big 100K figure and taking profits, right? You can see it on the day chart. Price pushed up, right? People took profits. Price pushed up, people took profits. Price pushed up, people took profits, to the point where sellers took control of the market, right? Now, Trump is single-handedly dictating Bitcoin, right? And he said, we have a plan to make America the Bitcoin capital of the world. We're going to fully support it. And basically, you have the backing of the United States, right? And that is obviously pretty powerful stuff when it comes to giving Bitcoin strength, right? And that is what he said. And then look at this gap up, right? This was Friday's closing candle, and now this is Monday's candle, right? It jumped from here all the way up to here, okay? So what was looking like potentially a nice sell trade on one Trump comment, right, has completely changed the dynamics, right? It's come back into this, what was going to be very good resistance, has now, come above this level, right? Now, one thing here is the market in general wants to fill these gaps, right? So on the basis of that, Bitcoin is still a good sell trade right now because the market wants to fill this gap. But not only that, guys, right? Again, let's take a look at the higher time frames. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. That weekly candle is a pretty bearish weekly candle, right? And it's broken this key level. As I said, buyers were in control, and then we're just ranging around the 100K mark, and then bang, downtrend, right? Big bearish candle, downtrend, and we had room to move into back down to this, roughly this 72,000 area here, right? Where is it exactly? Okay, around 74,000 area. Okay, that would be a good target for sells. And on the weekly chart, right, it's still looking that way, okay? But we've had that huge gap up. If we look at the monthly chart as well, that is a huge monthly candle. When is the last time you have seen a monthly candle that big on Bitcoin? Just go back in history, right? You haven't. These are not as big as that. None of these are, right? This one potentially, but that monthly candle is a very, very bearish monthly candle. So that too says we could have a bit of a deeper retrace on Bitcoin back down to these last highs here. And then obviously the majority of people and sentiment wants to buy Bitcoin. So once we've sold down to here, this area in here is an excellent buying opportunity, right? Not only is it an excellent buying opportunity in terms of structure and trend, right? We're in an uptrend, but we've also getting really good value. We've got a great support level horizontally, and we've got the moving average 20, which is a great dynamic support level. So once price does get down to that 74,000, I think that is an excellent buying opportunity for all Bitcoin enthusiasts. All right, guys. So yeah, that is my look at commodities and Bitcoin. If you've enjoyed my analysis, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. I hope you have a great trading day, week, and month. Come check out our channel, guys. We've got the free Discord channel, we've got the website, and we've got live streams during the week. Hopefully see you for those, and see you soon, guys. All right.